So let's say you have a validation function that you use in a bunch of places, and this class that uses the validation function, and if it does error, it tells you the arguments that cause the error. Now this is fine and it works. Let's say you want to turn it into a wrapper. You could do something like this. Now I've moved the calling of it to here, and because we're taking in args and quargs, since it's a more generic version, I just had to do a little bit more logic to get it to print all the args and quargs, but same thing, and it still works. As you can see, the positive one is being validated and the negative one is erroring out, as expected. Now, the reason this works is because this prepares this to run this code whenever it's called. Now this is only 2 functions deep here, but it can be a little bit confusing to think about it already. But let's say you want to get even more fancy with it. You could do this, which is an even more generic version that you actually pass in a validation function to, and it uses that validation function. The reason this works is that this returns this inner validate, and it just runs it like it would the previous one. It is a little bit more difficult to think about, but it's not that much of an extra step. Now, I like type hinting, and this seems to be what you should do to type hint inside the wrapper. As you can see, the automatic type hinting does a fine job of getting the type correct on the output. Now you have a wrapper that can take in parameters, and yeah, that's about it.